Greetings, tribe. Welcome to Off the Ropes. I'm your guide, Ortega Latrobe. Time of this recording, it is Monday, January 18th, and I am here to discuss this past weekend's No Peace Underground Ankou show. Now, this is the first time No Peace Underground has used a ring for a show. Definitely had a different look. One thing I liked about it is it opened it up for a lot of this talent to get out and actually do some in-ring work as opposed to working as a straight NPU deathmatch style. On commentary, as usual, is Drennan. He is joined by Joey Janela. Some other things about this show, the production seemed like they upped it a little bit. There's a lot more lights as far as the entryway, and then they had like a camera and camera thing, so two cameras going at once on the screen at the same time. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed the show immensely having the ring there. I'm not opposed to going back to the standard, just off the stage style, whatever they want to do. They haven't done anything wrong in what I've seen so far, so whatever they choose to do, I'm behind it. Kicks off with yet another, not for the norm, with a 5-man scramble. In the scramble, we got Ty Hill, Alex Todd, Robert Martyr, one to keep your eye on for sure, John Ex Machina, and Beastly, who looks like he came out of the woods with KTB. You know, good scramble match, lots of work, back and forth, letting everybody get their shit in. Ty Hill takes the win. Unusually, absolutely no fuckery nor plunder was used during the match. There was a tad bit afterwards. Now, right as this match was getting started, it just kind of went through my head that I'm like, oh wow, this is the first No Peace show I've watched where Pero wasn't not even on the card, but every match I've watched, he's been in the opening match. And I thought that was really odd. Apparently, he thought it was odd too, because right as they were raising Ty Hill's hand, the lights drop, and the big man arrives, and he laid fucking waste to everybody in the ring. Full Nelson slam. Followed by a vicious senton. Oh! Fall away.
You're getting caught. Literally through the door.
And then a Pero driver.
We know this. Yeah! Right on his head.
Just put him on the fucking card next time, man. God, save these guys some damage. Guess they should have booked him. Next up, my choice match of the night, Devon Monroe and Jamie Senegal. This was a great match. I stand by my decision. For the first few minutes, it was almost as if Jamie was afraid to go in the ring. She wanted nothing to do with it because it was such, unnatural for her matches. Eventually, it does work its way into the ring, and there was a lot of great in-ring work. There's some super technique stuff. There's some super hard-ass striking from both performers. A little bit of fuckery, not a whole lot, but there was a door that says, "I hate my nephew" on it. I fucking don't know, but I thought it was fucking hilarious. Monroe gets Senegal where I think they've got the pin, and Jamie Senegal does this weird flip over bridge gimmick and gets the win. Super slick ending, counter move pin. Really well done. Match 3, we find a different boy, Jimmy Lloyd, taking on the outlandish Zicky Dice. Dice comes out to the fucking ring wrapped in bubble wrap armor, which is fucking hilarious and perfect for this guy's shit, man. It doesn't last long, to be sure. He goes through his standard stuff. He does some magic tricks. He does staple a fucking card to Jimmy's tongue, which was pretty rough. Jimmy Lloyd pretty much strips the armor off of him. There's a weed whacker to Jimmy's tongue. There's the barbed wire door. Eventually, Zicky puts a door up between two chairs, sets it on fire. But before he can implement it, Jimmy Lloyd pops up, grabs Dice, picks him up, and plants him through the table. The very table he had set on fire himself. Next out of the gate, Arrow Boy taking on the bare knuckle berserker Lloyd Crew. I was really looking forward to this, and all of a sudden, before these two can lock up, music hits, and the motherfucking truth, AJ Gray is there. Now, AJ Gray and Crew fought, about a month and a half or so back at a show. I know he'd had some problems and missed some shows, so I don't know why he was on the show where he came from, but it's always a pleasure to see the man get in the ring. I think it added a dynamic that certainly wasn't expected. I don't know how upset Crew and Arrow Boy were not getting to go head to head and have the surprise thrown in there, but I think it made for great TV. Once again, a great boom, boom, boom kind of fight. Everybody beat the shit out of everybody else. Everybody got their licks in on the other two. AJ Gray ends up getting the win. And the thing is, like, I don't know if it's like when you watch it on camera, I don't know if he jumped off of the top rope right before the camera got there or what, but it literally looks like he falls from the fucking ceiling and does this splash and gets the W.
Breaker, tilt the rope out.
Oh! Awesome! That sucks.
Oh, wait a minute.
Where the fuck did he come from? It looked like from the camera, it looked like AJ fell out of the ceiling.
Next on the bill, Second Gear Crew, representing SGC in this one, Matthew Justice, one called Manders, and Old Manser. They're taking on the Rejects, which is Reed Bentley, John Wayne Murdoch, and the motherfucking Death Samurai Akira. Now, this had some history going into it with the Matt Justice Murdoch draw from a while back. Just last week, Fonzie showed up and fucking pie-faced Murdoch with, I think, 3 chairs at once is what it was. This match started out pretty much chaos. Eventually, SGC decides that fucking, well, there's gonna be rules now and tags and shit. Old school daddy, yeah, yeah! Before long, SGC has handcuffed Reed Bentley and John Wayne Murdoch to the ropes. And then it is 3-on-1, and they absolutely fucking destroy Akira. And they keep smashing him, and they keep smashing him. I certainly think a point was made. I certainly think there's going to be some retribution. Sorry. But it ends with, they just take Akira and bury him in the remains of the doors and the barbed wire and the chairs and all the plunder and fuckery, man. They just bury him in it.
This isn't about winning a match.
Jesus.
And then Matt Justice.
Justice perched on those ropes.
On a big splash.
Manser off the top rope does a giant fucking leg droppy fucking thing.
Plunder and just... Oh.
God. And then they cap it all off, Manders with the moonsault onto the pile of fuckery with Akira buried underneath.
Oh!
That's it.
Over. And that's it. This is over. Yeah.
This is going to turn into a severe bloody fucking shit show down the road somewhere, folks. A damn near nothing but straightforward wrestling match. Treehouse Lee, who's just making his comeback into the business, taking on Kevin Blackwood. And man, what a great match. It really was. Just a great wrestling match. They really worked it well, and it was a pleasure to watch them both in the ring. Following that, Big Breakfast Jordan Oliver taking on GCW champion and leader of 44-0, Ricky Shane Page. Now, of course, since it's a no-peace show, he can't put his GCW title on the line. Of course, he wouldn't put his fucking GCW title on the line wrestling in GCW, so why should this be any different? A great match, really more of a wrestling match, very little fuckery involved. Some, you're not going to get away with none. But overall, great performance. I think it's probably the match of the night. There's a moment, like, Jordan Oliver put up a great fight, but RSP just has the experience and the fucking shit wisdom to slide him by. We get to the Ankou match of the night, 44-0 taking on Team No Peace Underground. Now the rules were quite simple. The match begins with one member from each team inside of the ring. Every 3 minutes, a new member will enter the ring, and once all participants are in the ring, the first team to earn a pinfall or submission wins. Very War Games-like rules until the first two out were, for 44-0 was Eddie Only, for NPU was Alex Ocean. This was back and forth, beating each other good. Third man out, 44-0 gets the man advantage. Gregory Iron comes out, and it's 2-on-1. Connor Claxton shows up, evens the score. It looks as if NPU is taking to dominate. Boom, it's Coger. Third man out for 44-0, and everything goes the other way for them. Six man, G Raver, just returned himself, a few months back after his devastating injury. And these 6 dudes put on a fucking, wow. War, you could call it war. Pier 6 brawl. I don't know, there's probably some other terms. Anyway, back to the thing. Team NPU gets the win, defends the house. 44-0 is still going to show up and do whatever the fuck they want, like they didn't ever lose a match, because that's just who they are. They won't acknowledge the loss. They won't acknowledge the step back. They just pretend it didn't happen. They won't concede. Sound familiar? Anyway, I'm Ortega Latrobe. This has been Off the Ropes, talking about No Peace Underground, Ankou. I believe their next show will take place at the end of January. Not positive, but we'll definitely have a preview of it before it happens. Keep your eyes out on the YouTubes, on the social media for our upcoming videos and such. Subscribe, like, share, all that shit. Thanks for stopping by.
See you guys later.
Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you on the 29th.
Fans can go to hell still. Fuck the fans, 2021.
I love Ortega's sauce. It makes my taco pop.
Missing the party. Come on.